Oh, Logan. Oh, hi there. I didn't hear you click in. I was just reading this new Logan's Run comic book I picked up. Reminds me of being a kid reading Logan's Run. Never know what kind of adventure old crazy Logan would get into and his bubbling sidekick Bill. Great times, great times. Reminds me of being little. You remember when your grandma would buy you some toy that you didn't even know you wanted and it would just make your day? Or maybe when you're a little older, you would be out in the woods and you would find a magazine with a beautiful woman in it getting a root canal from the other end. It would make your week, your day, maybe even your year. Great times. But it did get me to think about Logan's Run. I've never seen the movie. I know, sad, isn't it? Never even saw the amazing hit television show that broke all kinds of records. It was such a big hit that it lasted 14 episodes. But I've always heard about Logan's Run. I did read some comics about it, and I did hear about toys. People saying, I wish I got Logan Run action figures. And did you know we almost got Logan Run action figures 2 different times, both from Mego. First, there was a Logan Run movie. If you didn't know, before there was a television series, there was a movie. Before that, there was a novel. But I don't read, so we're going to talk about the movie. Mego got the rights to make the Logan Run action figures. Although Mego did get the rights for Logan's Run, it seems they didn't really care about Logan Run action figures. According to interviews with employees, it seems they were more interested in getting the likeness rights to Farrah Fawcett, or keeping those rights. Around this same time, 1977, Mego was going to release a Farrah Fawcett doll or action figure, along with some other Farrah Fawcett merchandise. Farrah Fawcett was huge, if you didn't know. I mean, everyone had this poster on their wall. But me, in 1978, I only had this poster on my wall, and that was good enough for me. But it seems Mego didn't want to risk another toy company having a Farrah Fawcett doll on the streets. They already had some competition with Hasbro's Charlie Angels line that had a Farrah Fawcett. So they didn't want to risk a Logan Run Farrah Fawcett doll. But they did plan to make figures based on the movies. Why they decided to shift from the movie to the TV show when it came to the toy line? That's probably because MGM didn't make a sequel. Even if the movie was very successful, they decided to make a deal with CBS for a Logan Run television series. We all know how that turned out. But this geared up Mego to think, hey, we got a new television show. Let's make Logan Run figures based on the television show. And they did. They actually produced, but never released, 4 different action figures. There was Logan, Logan 5 for you nerds out there, the villain of the toy line and the TV series, Francis 7. I've always said if you have a little kid and you name him Francis, he's going to turn evil. I mean, come on. Who wants to be named Francis? Also in the line was the comedy sidekick android, Rem. Get it? Rem? The figure came with a bionic arm that he never had on the TV show, and as far as I know, never had it in the movie either. But I guess this was kind of just something to make him look cool and make kids want him. The other in the line was the female of the Logan's Run TV show, Jessica 6. Jessica 6. But the TV show only lasted 14 episodes and quickly went off the air. So Mego pulled plans for the figures. And according to people that worked at Mego at the time, they were shocked this never hit stores and they were very close to being released. Some employees say they were ready to ship. So what happened to all the Logan Run figures? Well, it's been a long time rumor that there was a news report about what happens to toys once they don't sell at toy companies, and it showed inside Mego Logan Run toys being disintegrated, burned. Now, this videos never came to light. I don't know if it was some kind of local TV program or some national thing. If it was national, I think we would have seen a video of it by now. But this was 1978. But there are some reputable people in the collector's community that say they remember seeing this news report. And people that worked inside Mego say that yes, when they had an overstock of figures from maybe a council line or something they couldn't sell, and they couldn't really do anything else with it, off to the disintegrator. So this was probably true. I would love to find a video of that. Mego wasn't the type of company to waste money, and they would often sell stuff that they didn't use to other toy companies. mostly minor toy companies, those that made those generic dolls you find at a Family Dollar or Revco. And one such doll did turn up wearing Logan Run's clothes. Or I guess it was Logan 5's clothes. As you can see in this photo, this cheap generic princess doll showed up at stores wearing the uniform of Logan. And this wasn't uncommon for Mego. Mandy the pretty doll could be found wearing Mego's Planet of the Apes clothes, Mr. Fantastic's Fantastic Four outfit, and even a Spider-Man. There's even a Mary wearing a Superman outfit, but I'm not really sure if this is from the Mego line or not. I can remember Bill talking about this doll wearing Logan's Run's clothes back in the late 80s and early 90s, but I never saw it, not until the internet. And I tell you what, seeing a generic doll wearing a Logan Run clothes wasn't the only strange thing I've seen on the internet. But for years, no one knew what happened to these Logan Run dolls, or figures. To me, anything over 5 inches is a doll, especially if it wears cloth clothes. I just can't call it an action figure. So, did all these Logan Run toys get burned up? Well, it seems they did, or at least that's what we thought until 2000, when a toy collector was able to find 2 Logan Run Mego figures at a yard sale. That's right, never give up. You can find stuff at a yard sale. I know, it's hard to believe, but this was a yard sale being done by a former Mego employee who was selling 2 of the figures, although I don't know what price he was asking for it, but it was a yard sale. It couldn't have been more than 75 cents. 76 cents on a good day. The 2 that was found at the yard sale was Francis 7 and Rim. And here's a look at the Francis figure, thanks to the guys over at MegoMuseum.com, a great website, check it out. And as you can see, he's wearing girl doll clothes. And here's a look at the Rim figure with his bionic arm. It's pretty cool looking if you ask me. And it's great to know it was found at a yard sale. The only thing I ever found good at a yard sale was a 1973 hubcap with the word Star Wars carved on it with a knife, and a set of lawn darts with brain matter on the tip. Some people have all the luck. But that left 2 more figures out there. And what about Logan himself? Logan 5. Well, he turned up in 2006. It seems like a colleague of someone at Mego was given a Logan figure from a Mego employee. No one ever gives me a gift like a rare prototype. I mean, this was probably the best thing I ever got as a gift.
Hey, Junkman, we got you a little gift.
A present? For me?
Yep, for you.
You shouldn't have.
See, I told you we shouldn't have got him anything.
Oh, I can't wait to see what's in the box. I can't wait to see. I hate y'all! I know what you're asking. What about Jessica 6? Jessica 6. Well, she's never been found. There's probably at least some prototypes of her out there. They probably did make less of her because back then they made a lot less of the female figures. But there's probably still some that's out there today at some yard sale, antique store, somewhere just laying around. Although we haven't seen this figure, we kind of get a glimpse of what she might have looked like if she didn't have a body and no hair. This is a factory test of her head. It looks like something I see in my nightmares. Now some other ones have turned up of these 4 figures made. There's probably about 10 out there in the collector's community, but they rarely come up for sale or traded off, so if you see one for sale, or if you go to a yard sale and see one, pick it up. Anyway, that's a look at the Mattel Logan Run action figure line that we didn't get. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Doesn't it seem like it's always that really cool stuff that we want that we didn't get? But I guess that's because we didn't get it, so it makes us want it even more. Because I'm sure if they did release Logan Run figures back then, I wouldn't have bought them. I was into Star Wars, and I was a Star Wars kind of guy. I didn't cheat on Star Wars. I might have played with my brother's Mego Star Trek figures, but I wasn't giving them my money. Anyway, let me know in the comments below. What have you found at a yard sale? And do you have the Jessica 6 Mego figure? Shut up, I'm trying to talk to the fine folks out here. Sorry about that. Do you have the Jessica 6? If you find it, let me know. And a big thanks to my friends over at the MegoMuseum.com. It's a great website if you're into Mego or vintage toys. Thank you for watching. As always, please subscribe to the channel. Thumb up so I know you like my content. And until the next video, You know we'll talk again.
Junkman.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.